my literary luminaries, and welcome back. This is my Tuesday Talks. I'm doing this a little bit in advance because I'm currently recording this on Friday because winter storm something or another is coming through and putting snow all over everything here in Virginia. Ergo, I don't have work. So if you see this shirt a lot in a couple videos nearby, then you'll know why. But this week's Tuesday Talks is new releases that you're looking forward to, and we all know that I don't keep up with new books terribly well, so I went on a hunt and found a couple that sound really interesting and I'm excited in, and I would like to share them with you today. Two of these books are out already. They were released earlier in January, and I just haven't gotten a chance to go read them. And the first one, they actually both released on the 5th of January, but the first one that I'd like to talk about is Thief of Lies, which is the first Library Jumpers book by Brenda Drake. Now, I know Brenda Drake, at least in passing, through some of the stuff she's done for publication and whatnot on Twitter. And I remember hearing her talk about Thief of Lies while all that was going on. It was still in the process. They were getting ready for it because this was a couple of months ago now. And so when all of a sudden it jumped out, I was like, why does that title sound so familiar? I saw it was Brenda Drake. I was like, oh yeah! So that sounds like a lot of fun. The description sounds interesting. Anything that starts with Gia Kearns would rather fight with boys than kiss them. I mean, that sounds like fun to me. Fighting. Yeah. Libraries. Books. Yep. So, I've never read anything of Brenda's before. I don't really know anything about the book, but just from the description, it looks pretty cool. And of course, I will leave Goodreads links to all of these books down in the description so that you can go check them out yourself, because I'm bad at descriptions. But I like Brenda Drake, I'd really like to support her, and so Thief of Lies is definitely one that I'm going to be checking out. The other one that came out on the 5th is This Is Where It Ends by Marika Nijkamp. I believe I'm saying her name right. And it's a book about a school shooting, actually. It tells like the 54 minutes that takes place of this school shooting from 4 different perspectives, sort of seeing how all the time lapses and how everyone sees this. And it's not a topic that has affected me directly, but it's one that I've paid a lot of attention to, simply because when I was in high school, I was bullied. I remember, being angry and wishing I could do something. And, personally, I turned to writing and just started, beating people up in my stories because I knew I couldn't get in trouble for writing stories. Probably. But, I remember thinking that I understood where the initial instinct came from. Not that I would do it myself or condone doing it, obviously. And so the fact that we have a book about this, it sounds really, really moving and really, really powerful. And a couple friends of mine on Goodreads have already read it, and they really liked it. It's gotten some mixed reviews. I mean, it's averaging a 3.75 rating on Goodreads, and that's, a little bit on the edge. But if nothing else, I think it's an interesting topic, and I'd like to see how they approach it. So whenever I get a chance, I'm going to track down that book because it's already out, so I can read it whenever I like. The third book is not coming out until May 3rd, and it's called Ruined, and it's by Amy Tintera. And I know nothing about this author. I know nothing about the books. It appears to be the first book in a series. She's written a couple other books, but this, I guess, is set apart from them in that world. The description is really what got me. This was literally one I just found, looking for books that released in 2016 on Goodreads. Because it says, Emelina Flores has nothing. Her home in Ruina has been ravaged by war. She lacks the powers of her fellow ruined. Worst of all, she witnessed her parents' brutal murders and watched helplessly as her sister Olivia was kidnapped. But because Em has nothing, she has nothing to lose. Driven by a blind desire for revenge, Em sets off on a dangerous journey into the enemy kingdom of Lyra. Somewhere within Lyra's borders, Em hopes to find Olivia, but in order to find her, Em must infiltrate the royal family. In a brilliant, elaborate plan of deception and murder, Em marries Prince Casimir, next in line to take Lyra's throne. If anyone in Lyra discovers that Em is not Casimir's true betrothed, Em will be executed on the spot, but it's the only way to salvage Em's kingdom and what is left of her family. Em is determined to succeed, but the closer she gets to the prince, the more she questions her mission. Em's rage-filled heart begins to soften, but with her life and her family on the line, love could be Em's deadliest mistake. That sounds like so much fun. It reminds me a little bit of what I remember seeing of The Winner's Curse, which I read, and I don't think I ended up doing a review on it. I liked it well enough, but it felt a little lacking. I'm still tempted to read the rest of the series because I'm interested to see what happened to the characters, but it reminds me a little bit of that. And, I mean, even though it's not out yet, I'm assuming she's got some arcs out because there's already some decent ratings, or it's entirely possible that everyone's just this, excited about it. They just already are marking it with high stars, but that's definitely something that sounds like a lot of fun. I may try and check out some of Amy Tintera's books beforehand just to see if I like her writing style, because I do have until May until this one comes out. But truth be told, I'm probably willing to pick it up anyway because that sounds like a fascinating concept. And that's actually where I stopped looking. I probably could go on. There's lots and lots of books, at least according to Goodreads, that are all coming out in 2016. So this could probably go on forever. But I want to throw it out to you guys. What books are you excited about that are coming out this year? Leave them down in the comments below. I'm always looking for new and interesting books to pick up, especially ones by authors I may not have heard of. So some of your favorites might be complete unknowns to me, and I'd love to hear them. So let me know what you're most excited about for 2016, and I will see you all again on Thursday. It's not going to be a Top 5 Thursday this week because the topic, I don't have anything to talk about, so you're going to get a book tag this Thursday, so look forward to that, and I will see you all then. Bye!